So back to what I was saying. What I was saying.
What's up, friends, family, and fans? It's your boy, Stone Stafford, and I am here with my partner, my side, my ride or die.
That's okay. You let it slip out now. You can't stop. You can't push the brakes on it. You can't push the brakes on it. Johnny Vaughn, what's going on with my people?
Man, so we are cooling down. The weather is getting nice and cool. It's my
You've been
favorite
here
time of
singing
year.
Christmas carols for the last 10
Hey,
minutes.
yo, go ahead and hit that like button. If fall is your favorite time of year, go ahead and hit that like button.
Yo, I saw a meme today actually, and it was like a cartoon sketch of the 300 scene. He's like, "This is," when he kicks the Persian into the pit. It was Jack from The Nightmare Before Christmas, and he was kicking Santa, and he was like, "This is Halloween," because all of the Christmas ornaments and stuff getting put out now. And we just not got to October, so yeah,
you're gonna see some Christmas ornaments by the end of this month.
man, it's gonna be a bunch of scary Santas in my yard for Halloween this year.
But I love it. So the pool is still warm, but the air is cold. So that's a nice little mixture.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to make it work out. So what's up, folks? Hope y'all had a great week. Welcome. Today, we are going to be discussing...
Aging out.
We're going to be discussing aging out. So, yeah, man. So we were having this conversation. Mm-hmm. And one of the... I don't know if this is what came to your mind, but when you're up there and you're looking at Genuine... You know what I'm saying? And he said, y'all gonna stop messing with me. You see that clip? Because y'all gonna stop messing with me. I said, well, you need to stop doing that move, bro. But when you look at that, it's like...
You can do the wink.
The wink? Oh, yeah. The wink. But in particular, now granted, we are going to say in particular, we're going to talk about entertainment. But this can apply, I guess, in other areas too, but primarily entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. When do you... I don't want to say just hang it up or call it quits, but... When do you age out? When do you move on? Or when do you parlay? Mm-hmm. Or do you have to parlay? And I know you feel some way about this a little bit more than I do, but I mean, what do you think?
Okay, so it's two parts to it for me. I think it's not even so much an aging out and move on kind of thing.
I'm totally going to cut you off and be rude.
Oh, okay.
Just be like, this is kind of part B, because we did an earlier episode called When is Old Too Old? And that's for like y'all that are 45 years old still trying to get in as a rapper.
I wasn't going to say that. I told before we started. I said we're not trying to do this.
But you ain't the one that's meeting with them. I still get the music. I still get the songwriters. And I mean, this one girl sent me a song. I was like, is this Peaches and Herb or is this 2022? Which one is it right now? So anyway, so this is kind of like, all right. So those are the people that are old trying to get in or older. Mm-hmm. But we're talking about the ones that are in.
Yeah,
you've had success and all that kind of stuff. But like now you like 45, 50, like what do you do or what should you do, if anything?
My biggest example that I've been throwing out, I was having this conversation to a lot of people because I'm getting to that point in where I'm at now where when I first came in, my mentors, and it's hard to think about this, my mentors were my age now when I came in.
Gotcha. Okay.
But within like a 5-year window. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, to be that seasoned at that, and now I'm the dude with the gray and the beard and all that stuff. And it's like, what's the next gear? And I always think back to like when Neo did his, like when he had his string of hits in the 2000s, and he got to the 10s. I mean, he was still writing for everybody. Mm-hmm. But then you saw him leave Def Jam, and he went and became a music exec. Now you kind of had that little jokey thing about that era.
Yeah, everybody
was making artists, execs and stuff. But I honestly, like when he became, I think it was senior vice president of A&R, wasn't he?
I don't remember.
I believe that's what it was. But I mean, when you take somebody that's that talented as a writer, and he was already A&R a bunch of his own projects too. Like I think he brought something fresh to Motown at that time. Did it blossom like it could have? Who's to say? Some people say yes, some people say no. But I think that was one of those things is that, a lot of times we hold on to what got us there, that creative aspect that brought us to that point, and we think, we're going to be a songwriter for the rest of our careers, or we're going to just be a producer. And I can speak to this. I can say 8 years ago, I was starting to feel the shift in music alone. I was enjoying working with the trap and B genre when it was becoming a thing, but I was falling out of love with music in the process because the substance was different and the connection to it wasn't the same for me. And I was like, all right, I can keep sitting here taking these production fees and making these beats, That's probably not gonna go nowhere. But what's the next stage for me? And I started seeing all of the
Now,
artists.
do you think that people should think like that? Do you think that people should be like, all right, I'm getting older now, I need to blah, blah, blah? Because if that's the case, I mean, we wouldn't have our David Fosters.
That's true.
We wouldn't have our Diane Warrens.
I think it's a case by case.
We wouldn't
thing.
have our Babyface.
I think it's a case. Well, but Babyface did it though. I mean, Babyface was one of those ones that
he just
was
relaxed. That's all he did was just chill. He wasn't like, oh, I'm too old for this. I can't keep up. Nah, because he turned right back around, came back. We wouldn't have our Elton Johns.
That's true.
So, I mean, I personally don't think there's really a time stamp on it.
I think you have to gauge where you are on the totem pole of your career.
Well, you know where I think your hang up might be, and this is me speaking for you, so correct me as you will, but I think you're thinking these people are like older, still trying to do, I hate to say this word, I'm trying to think of a better term, but I can't, young music, which you do the music that fits what you connect to. Now, you still got your Timberlands.
Yep.
And your Dr. Dre's, who can still do everything they did when they were young.
Sure.
But, like a Babyface, honestly, I don't think he could do a record for like a Jeremiah, for example. I mean, he can do a Babyface type record if that's where Jeremiah wants to go, but that's Babyface doing Babyface, not going back to a Jeremiah. So I think you feel if these young cats are trying to do these young or older cats trying to do young music, then it might be a problem. But I think if they just do the music that they do, I mean, I think it'd be fine.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's a part of how I feel about it. And again, in these conversations, that comes up. Because with me, I couldn't make the mumble rap thing, and I'm gonna call it that. I
mumble rap's kind of over now, isn't it?
It's
all whack.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
can I make
it's all
it?
whack every once in a while.
I mean, all of the heavy pads and the sweeping synths and all that. Like, I can do it, but I mean, it doesn't move me. So you start to feel that feel. To me, anyway, you can feel when somebody's feeling isn't in their production, in their creation.
Sure.
So that's one part.
That just means that's just the genre you don't do. That's all it means. Don't mean you stop. I have an idea.
Well, wait, because I got a 2-part. Okay, what's your idea?
Do your 2-part. I'm gonna say this. This is a good one.
Type it so you
y'all
don't
gonna
forget.
I'm not gonna forget it. I'm not gonna forget it. Y'all gonna like this.
Okay.
It's gonna be a challenge for you and I. Go ahead.
Okay. What I think it is that after you've had a certain level of success, I think you do the industry a disservice by hanging on to doing that because you've gained so much experience. You've learned some ins and outs. And I'm a big proponent of kicking the old gatekeepers out of the way and bringing some fresh blood to that next level. Just as new producers and new writers. The only thing should matter
is what you're producing. That's the only thing that should matter.
I get it. But again, we had some stagnation in music in every genre for a long time because the heads were hanging on too long.
Well, you know what? I don't think that's what it was.
What was it?
I think it was these A&Rs, artists and researchers, you know what I mean, going and looking at the numbers and be like, oh, I can't understand a word he's saying, but a million people love him. Let's sign him. And doing that 100 times. And then that just started oversaturating, the internet and the radio. So I think that's why it wasn't that the old heads couldn't really do it no more. A&R and labels just like, oh, what are the people like? And I think it's a chicken or the egg thing. Chicken or the egg.
Right. You're absolutely
chicken
right.
or the egg thing.
It's that age thing.
It's like on one hand, you give the people what they want, but then on the other hand, sometimes people don't know what they want until they hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, that's our whole model in radio. Like, we're gonna tell you what you like until you like it, then you like it. Like that's literally how terrestrial radio has always worked.
No, don't let me say it, just in case a job comes across and I don't.
No, it's okay.
I just wish radio was different. That's all I'm going to say.
I used to wish the same. I had a conversation a couple of days ago with a few coworkers at the station. We were talking about what's happening with radio, and I'll be honest, the consensus was
nothing's happening with radio.
That's exactly right. The consensus was that terrestrial radio is dying. That's pretty much what we said.
It is.
And we talked about why, and we all had different perspectives on why. And mine was what I'm getting to on this is that enough of us younger people who've been in the industry long enough who
you still put yourself in the us younger people category?
Well, I mean, I am.
I just heard how you said that.
I still to be most stations that are targeting younger people. No, I don't hit the 18 to 24 demo,
Right.
but that 25 34
Right.
or the 24 to 50 or the 25 54, like I'm right in the middle of those.
Yeah, true.
And when you talk about target demographics, now I don't have the female aspect, but I mean the age demo, I'm in it. Mm-hmm. And I get how we consume media right now, but the older gatekeepers that are still holding on to those keys don't necessarily get that, and they're still trying to do things the old way, which is why I say aging out is a two-part thing. One, yes, you have to figure out when you've hit your ceiling and you're no longer beneficial or positive to the development and evolution of the business or the industry
I
itself.
was just going to say that because every once in a while in your conversation, you go from the creative side to the business side. Now, on the business side, I think I get it.
Okay.
Because you need people that can see things fresh, clear, outside the box, outside the norm, outside of tradition. I get that. On the creative side, I just think it's no holds barred. I just think if you can put it out and they love it, if you're 100 years old, then friggin' they do it.
I like that. I'm not mad at that. I feel like they're both intertwined because there's. I mean, we talked about it before. Like if you're creative and you don't handle your business, it's not going to work. If you're a business person and you lack creativity, it's not going to work. So at some point, the two marry.
Yeah.
So I'm from that standpoint that at some point both kind of have to evolve or at least be handed. I mean, they can continue to grow in themselves, but that next generation that's coming up has to at some point take those reins to push what was forward.
I guess. I'm just saying it's for me, and I say this whenever I sign writers and stuff. I was like, the song always wins.
Sure.
It don't matter what else is going on. I don't care who you are, who you know, or whatever. When that song is done, is it hot? Period. The song wins. So, if you young, I'm not going to move over just because you young and it's your time. Nah, is your song hot? If my song's still hotter than yours and I got dentures or whatever, then little nigga, sit down.
But then we get into the subjectivity of it. It's like, what is?
I won't be having dentures, by the way, but go ahead. I shall not. Go ahead.
You just going to walk around the moon?
Nope. I shall keep the rest that I got.
Oh, you're doing an implant. You're going to go to implant route.
I'm going to keep what I have. Only reason why I lost this right here is because I bought a bit into a Baby Ruth, and the peanut in it was hard as it didn't break, but my tooth cracked. And so then I was eating something else, a piece of my tooth came out. I was like, no.
So you think the rest of those teeth aren't going to run into
They're
something?
not going because I take care of them.
Okay.
I take care of them. Anyway. So back off to the dentistry.
Your teeth are important, man. I don't disagree.
Let me know when I can break my surprise, man.
I don't know. We're gonna get to the surprise. I'm curious to know what this is. No, I don't want it to sound like I'm trying to say creativity can't win out. Because I'm with you. If it's good, it's good. But again, you start to get to subjectivity at a certain point because a lot of times when those people in charge say something is good, it was good. Or it is good if they're still maintaining that same mindset. Is it going to be good to who the new target demographic is? And that's the problem that I think that a lot of us run into.
They got the ear to the ground. If they got the ear to the streets, it is.
Okay.
Period. And then you got to understand, like, you still got a huge market out there for like Bruno Mars, for example, right? He appeals to a wide variety of age groups.
Bruno's a genius, though.
He is, but that he's the exception that I'm talking about.
Bruno,
where as long as you can give the people what they want, rather they're in that age group or that age group, as long as you give them what they want, give them what you want. How
Bruno
old you are
has
doesn't
managed
matter.
to do something that I think is very simple that a lot of people overlook. Every album he's put out, every stage of his career has been a time capsule.
Absolutely.
Every single one. You
Absolutely.
can hear
if you haven't
era
noticed that, then you've been
then
listening
you just
with
weren't paying
cotton in your
attention
ears,
to it. And he did, and he's carried as he's gained a new fan base with each time capsule, he's carried them to the next and introduced them to something else. One, because he's super charismatic, and his teeth probably not going to ever fall out either. People
Probably
like that.
not. He's Hawaiian.
Yeah,
Or Samoan. Or was he?
I'm not finna
Hawaiian,
try.
right?
I think he's from Hawaii, wasn't he?
Okay, something like that.
But he could. I'm not sure. I'm not
Hawaiian.
gonna dance with that. I don't want to get it wrong. I'll let you out there by yourself. But I mean, that's one of those things that he's one of those people that I think will be like the faces that he'll always be able to do this. But he's also an extremely savvy businessman too. And at some point, I think he will lend that acumen to the industry because they'll have to. Prince did it. Nobody listened though.
Right.
When we had the conversation with Ian, when we were talking about that hub staying. That was that moment I'm talking about. Like that opportunity presented itself for that next person to realize that gatekeeper was missing to elevate themselves up. Prince had a conversation with L.A. before L.A. made that move. And it's an interview out there when L.A. admits it. Like he's saying, and Prince told me not to sell. And I was like, man, what are you talking about? And Prince was like, don't do it. And he said, I did it anyway. And he didn't openly regret doing it in that moment.
Right.
But you could see that there were some feelings that he wished he could go back and make another step. It could have been. But in that moment, I think he was doing what I'm talking about. He was just doing it too soon. I
See, that's again. So this is going to be my side of it is going to be circular. Okay.
What we doing?
I literally just had a gnat flying in my eye.
Okay. We got bugs at Icon
man,
Studio,
oh,
so
man.
don't book it. I'm just playing.
So, hey, watch your mouth.
That's gonna get cut out.
Yeah, my
dog.
thing's gonna be circular because, again, to
No,
me,
I'm with you. I
the
get it.
age just doesn't play. If you have the ear and you have the taste for it, and you still give the people what they want, you can be 100
you
years
do it
old, as
forever.
far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
So,
Give me what's this challenge?
I am going to present a challenge to you guys. Are you ready? So Johnny and I are over the 30-year mark. All right. So if you 12, then that might sound old. If you 35 or 40, y'all like, yeah, you good.
I hobbled in here. It sounds
When was the
old.
last time you produced a record?
Ooh, like an original, like
Yeah. Like created a beat or a track.
man, that's been about 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Okay. I'm a songwriter. Mm-hmm. Johnny's a producer.
Oh, dude, I don't like where this is going.
I am going to present to you. Would you want to accept the challenge of us creating a record for our people? I swear if this gnat doesn't get out of here, I'm going to set this whole room on fire just to make sure he dies.
Oh man,
That's me drumming on the table. That's me drumming on the table.
you know what? For the fun of
Oh,
sure.
he's going to camp it with for the fun.
For
in
the-
case it comes out whack.
Oh, bro, it's
All right, y'all heard it. So Johnny and I,
I'm down.
We are going because y'all hear it all the time.
I'm
you hear
down.
me say I'm a songwriter, da da
Yeah.
da, and you hear Johnny go, yeah, when I was making beats, da da da. But y'all ain't never heard I mean, granted, you could go on YouTube and hear what I've done, but you know,
Yeah,
So-
I mean, some of my stuff is still out there. I don't tell nobody what it is. It's out there.
I'll tell you can go and listen to Radio by Jarvis on YouTube, and you can
Yeah.
check out you can go listen to Kiki
Yeah.
Palmer, So Uncool. You can hear my stuff, but that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, I'm down.
So we're gonna put
Let's do
ourselves
it.
out there for y'all. We need to give it. Is
I
it
don't
by
know
the
if
end
I
of the
like
year?
this. I
By
don't
the
know
end
if
of the year?
I don't know. Wait, I don't know if I don't know if I like this. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I have been suckered into this because the cameras was on and I've been cornered. That's what I feel like.
True, because you probably couldn't say no because
I
it makes you
probably
look
wouldn't
weak.
have been- yeah, and I'm not gonna let you do me like that.
All right, so
no,
what-
you said end of the year. Yeah, we can do that.
Christmas.
Okay.
Chris, that would be our Christmas
You want to do a
gift.
Christmas record?
No.
Let's do a Christmas. Let's make the challenge a challenge.
No.
Let's do a Christmas record.
No. Let's just do. Let's do a record.
No, let's flip something. Let's.
I don't want to do no Christmas record.
Okay. All right. I was just.
It'll just be a Christmas gift to our
Okay.
our
I'm
watchers,
down.
our viewers and listeners.
That'll give me some
our
time.
subscribers.
That'll give me some time to break the fingers out and do a little something. See what's
Yeah.
up. We'll turn.
All right, so we're gonna put on this. We're gonna answer the whole. Should we age out?
Should we age out?
Somebody gonna hit like, yeah, y'all need to go on and age out.
Let that go, bro. Let go.
All right, y'all. So you heard it here first. So come Christmas, we are going to present you with an original, produced and written by Johnny and Stone. Now we ain't singing it. We'll get somebody to sing it.
Yeah,
But,
Bobby Leroy do it. I think that'd be dope.
Bobby Leroy might do it, or if it's a female record, we'll get a female to do it.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
That'd be dope to do something about. Because I used to joke about doing something with Bobby Leroy for a long time, and we just never did.
Yeah. All right.
That'd be
All
dope.
right. All right. And just so y'all know, so look, so that's what we got. That's the challenge. So we're going to see if we should age out or not. But y'all know how I feel about it. You heard how Johnny feels about
Yeah.
it. As always, please share your comments.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends. Just so we're going to put it out there. We're going to share you guys and we want y'all to match your energy and your frequency with ours. We want to reach 1 million subscribers in 2023. It is now out there. We have, repeat it with me. We have. See, we're gonna do a whole episode.
We
on
have a
how,
very- we
on
have
how
a-
frequencies and stuff work.
We have a very specific number of followers right now, but we want to get that number to 1 million. That's what we want to do.
So therefore, I am stating that we have 1 million subscribers in 2023.
Oh, I see what you were doing.
Yes.
I thought you was finna fumble the bag. He's
Come
like, we
on,
have
Mr.
this
Come on,
many
Mr.
here.
Energy Work. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You should have gotten that.
No, I missed
So
it.
if y'all
I did.
agree with us, just repeat after me. Say, Life on Podcast
Live on podcast
has
has
1 million subscribers.
1
By
million
2023.
subscribers. 2023.
Now, actually,
I like
just
it.
now. There
it's
it is.
Done deal. Yeah, and
All
we're
right,
gonna move
so
into
y'all
that.
need to go to lifeonpodcast.com. That is our hub for everything. You can go to the YouTube channel from there. You can listen to it just on audio if you want. Lifeonpodcast.com. You can check me out if you wish. Actually, I have a new hub
He does.
where you can go to everything Stone Stafford, and it is actually, guess what? StoneStafford.com.
It's the only way to get around the 007.
Yes, I'm tired of saying it. So you can go to
you.
StoneStafford.com if you wanted to go to my Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff.
There you go. Just Johnny Vaughn, JUSTJONYVAN.
We about to get that JohnnyVon.com.
It's okay.
Comment.
So it's got the maintenance thing up right now, but we gonna get it. And we talked to Lee, and I told Lee I was gonna do it. I haven't had time to do my photo shoot, to do my pictures.
All
But
right.
as soon as I can get time to do that, because I'm flying out of here again tomorrow.
And I have no reason to say this. Don't ask me why, but I just want to give a shout out to Weekly with Wit.
Who's that?
I have no idea. We've never met, and I'll look at her post every once in a while. I have no clue, but for some reason it just popped in my head, and I just went
shout
with
out
it.
Weekly
So
with
shout
Wit.
out to Weekly with Wit, WHIT. Y'all go follow her and check her out and tell her we said what's up. Yo, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for listening. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your support. We love you. We are out. Peace.
So back to what I was saying. What I was saying.